All right, folks, I don't only report the bad things that the mainstream media does or do, I also report when they do a very good thing. Remember, news is a very important thing and it must be told in the proper context. Else, bad decisions, including bad policy from government, will actually get affected. So when I saw this today on Channel 13 in Houston, Texas, I was like, that is how you do it. You report the reality and you report it in the proper context. And this is exactly what they did at ABC 13. I want you to listen to this and then we'll take it on the other side.
Over the weekend, a man was shot after a concert at the Toyota Center after he tried to run away from an armed robber. It's a type of crime the city of Houston is actually seeing less of. It happened off of St. Joseph Parkway in Chenevert. Our ABC 13 neighborhood safety tracker shows that robberies are actually down by 17% from average over the last 3 years. Following this attempted robbery, we wanted to find out where the most and the least robberies occur in the city. ABC 13's Dick Notario dug into the data.
Many of these same channels during the election where we had a whole plethora of Republicans running for judges were trying to give the impression that crime was really on this high pathway up. And in effect, the mainstream media didn't say that, but they allowed the Republicans to get away when they were interviewed, when they made certain statements, to give the impression like we had out of control crime and that somehow these judges were responsible for it, which all of it was false. They never reported the context that in Texas, we have the wild, wild west, that the Republican legislature has unleashed an army of guns into the streets of Houston and throughout Texas by allowing just about anybody to carry arms, whether they have a background, a proper type of check or not. They don't even need to go take the kind of lessons to learn how to use this. So they've unleashed thousands of guns into the streets of Houston and elsewhere in the state of Texas, and nobody really points that if you have more guns, you have more crime, as people have these guns all over the place in the cars with them. They don't show that the reason we have these kids that are out on the streets doing bad things is that they have no other recourse for parents to help parents take care of these kids. I mean, there's a whole lot of issues when they talk about crime that they put into the wrong context. Well, this is a small piece here that Channel 13 did by putting the crime rate into context, where crime occurs, etc. And I hope that going forward, they do a bit more, they connect more of the dots, that it is exactly conservative policies that increases crime, and that the evidence for that is that in conservative states, crime rates are much higher than the most liberal state, most progressive state in this country, vis-a-vis California and New York. In all these red states, crime is rampant relative to progressive states, and there is a reason for that: policy. And the way that they report it on TV too often ignores the proper context that would then lead to create good policy. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.